Hello, my gorgeous tech friends. Today we dive into an STO, a security token offering, which is different to an ICO, and I will confirm that LimeWire do indeed have an ICO and introduced that last year and are working incredibly well on that at this time. They are a beautiful example of a corporation to follow that is running a gorgeous ICO, right? But today we're going to talk about security tokens, STOs. Sounds a little bit like STIs, but we're going to be serious here, people. Security tokens are currently defined by the FCA as any token which constitutes a specified investment, an investment regulated in the UK. Over here, we're talking about FCA instead of the SEC. But if you are from the US, we love you. We're not leaving you out over there. Just relate the FCA to SEC for you guys, all right? Same thing, different region of the world. Therefore, if a token has the same/similar characteristics as a share, it would likely be deemed to be a specified investment, and as such, any regulated activity in relation to that token, i.e. arranging for persons to acquire the security token, will be regulated by the FCA. Notes that even if a token, which looks like a share, is not transferable security under the MiFID, for instance, it has restrictions on transferability. It may still be capable of being a specified investment. Now, let's look at that a little bit more because I don't want to lose you all as I waffle through the context of the conversation. But a prospectus is required before a transferable security is offered to the public or is admitted to trading on a regulated market, okay? So when we speak about an ICO, we're saying, hey, we ain't got no regulation over here. Do what you want, say what you want. FCA's not on your dick about it. Go on, have it, throw it out there, create what you will. Because right now it's an unregulated space. Hold that loosely as the FCA are working and typing away in the now moment, trying to find the gap in the market to screw us all up the arsehole and grab our balls by the horns and make sure we pay for every nook and cranny of our desire for a cashless digital realm, right? Or vice versa. I mean, we say that loosely, but let me not lose you all because I am now rambling in excitement. So, STO is the first stage of regulation. This applies differently to SEC because from my understanding, an STO in the United States requires SEC involvement, whereas an SCO doesn't. Is that correct? No, an SCO in the United States often requires regulation, whereas an STO doesn't, whereas in the United Kingdom it's a little bit reverse. But the terminology is a little bit confused and there's a fucking nightmare in the game at this time where what is an STO, what is an ICO, what is a token and what is a coin, right? All the time when I first came into the crypto arena and I'm trying to swim around finding my place, finding my lovely home address, finding my true domain in the crypto arena, I'm like, hold on, wait, what's a coin, what's the token? But that's a token, but that's a token, but that's a coin, but that's a token, but that's money, but that's a token, but that's a token, but they're all money, token, coin, money. What? Hold on, stop, I'm confused. Fucking confused. I just want to know where to go. What's the regulation saying? Why are you a token? Why are you a coin? Why are you a token? Why are you a coin? Why are you a token? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Fucking hell. Woosah, we're going to get back to the conversation because I'm having too much fun. So, security token. If a security token is being offered to the public by being listed on a crypto exchange or offered online, on the issuer's website, a prospectus will likely be required. So the demand and the need of the corporation to clearly provide some regulation is increased at the STO phase. Now, as I release all of this, I have done my best to get the most up-to-date literature on this, but everything's changing in the now moment. And once again, until the gorgeous ICSOS, I believe, I always get it wrong, but until the international Securities Commission really come forward and kick all of these regions up the arse and formalize a global framework, an international framework for cryptocurrency, we're all playing go-between across nations, and it is incredibly difficult, right? So I am trying to find the most up-to-date literature so we can get a scope of what's going on here, because there are going to be increasing journeys for all of us as we move from ICO, ITO, IEO, and IPO. And all of us have different ways to onboard our corporations into these arenas, offering something to the financial economy in much more self-sustaining, decentralized ways that see our corporations make fucking millions, may I add, right? The economic wealth and growth that all of our corporations have the potential to accrue now at this time is through the fucking roof. But it is about understanding where you fit into the market, because sometimes when I come over here, I want to speak from the aspect of player. Right, me playing in the crypto arena and just buying and selling and spending and playing around. But other times I have to step out and I have to be that CEO boss bitch that I am and go, actually, we've got to look at it as someone who is creating an IPO, creating an IEO, creating that ICO and that STO, and where do I fit in with those arenas, and how does my money already in the exchange allow me to branch off independently and produce my own offerings for the world, right? As a spiritualist as well, offerings are incredibly important. Don't want to lose you all. But when you go to that temple, when you go to that shrine, when you go to church, there's always an offering, isn't there? So what are we offering to the wider world for the betterment of humanity? That is the true question over here. All right? A token constitutes a transferable security and is being offered to the public. The issuer of the security token would be required to publish a prospectus which has been approved by the FCA as being compliant with the prospectus requirements. Now, this is the first step along the journey of offerings where you need to really get clear with the FCA or clear with SEC. Prior to that, with the ICO, you're free, breathe. But I don't know how long that's going to last for, or depending on what your ICO is actually offering, because that often is an unregulated space for a reason, because you're playing around in that region in a different way where you're raising funds. Yeah. From a standpoint of future projection. I don't even want to say prospectus, because once again, there's too much overlap between the STO and the ICO. And I think this is what screwed SEC up the arse, because it's too close. That's why we've had issues with Binance and Coinbase, because the ICO and the STO are literally kissing each other all the time. They just can't we just can't keep the ICO and the STOs off each other. They're all over the place. That's why it sounds like STDs, because I mean, we're getting infections all over, digital infections all over the place. We're breeding like nutcases over here in the crypto lane. And that's why I'm such a freak. I'm so sorry, people. Okay, work, stay focused on the job, hermetologist. Right, next. We are just going to touch on the fact that the KYC and the AML requirements do apply in the STO arena, and it does make it really, really difficult. Now, if any of you guys are really considering going out there and creating your own offering, go and take some real fucking serious time to study, get your head in the books, and do not rush or budge or make any sudden movements until we have all the institutions fully locked in on this. And we have that International Securities Commission coming through with a clear framework on what we're doing. So anyone whatsoever right now up until this point, play around with your ICOs. Provided that you've got up-to-date news from FCA and SEC saying you're still allowed to play around with that without any legal issues, because the moment that the legislation comes in, that whole dynamic's changing, and we're going to really look at the difference between an ICO, an STO, an IEO, and an IPO, and that's why we're having the conversation over here today at HERTECH, because we are walking the journey. We are actually walking the journey with you guys in real time. Fucking sexy. I'm so gassed. But we are walking all the way from the start to the finish, from ICO all the way down to IRO. which has never even been released yet. Hermetology will be the first corporation on Earth to produce an IRO. And I'll be telling you early next year what on earth an IRO looks like and how that will be incorporated worldwide after our IPO is fully introduced and really settled into the economic infrastructure of the world. Yeah, we're talking big things over here. But I love you guys, and it was really nice to just touch base with the STO. If you found that beneficial, do you hit the like? If you felt like I glazed over topics or things weren't clear, then also feel free to share that with me in the comments, and I'll tap in and share a little bit more, okay? But the main things I want to leave you with is we've already got an ICO piece out. That's your first step on the journey, at least in the United Kingdom, where legality is not really an issue and you're just raising funds and making your brand and token more recognized to the wider world. Then we're hitting them with the STO, where now we've got security tokens and the FCA on board. And then next, follow me as we talk about the initial exchange offering that we really see coming forward and really recognize through the likes of Binance and Coinbase at this time already, okay? Also, I want to make it abundantly clear, but anyone with enough brain cells should genuinely know this. You can't just come out of the fucking woodwork 10 seconds and start whipping out ICOs and STOs, especially you can't listen to one reading or one conversation from the hermetologist and assume that you can outrightly build all of this stuff. It does take years and years of true grounded ecological research and understanding of coin, cryptocurrency, finance, and getting your head in the books and in the game. But it is a really nice arena to start learning about, because this shit will be taught in schools as a standard for currency in the future, and that's a really sexy thought to have, isn't it? Yeah. Love and light collective. I will be back soon with more.